Shalom, family. Grand Risings, first and foremost. All praises due to the Most High Yah, Yahuwah. Ahaya. God is a title, y'all. Find out his true name. I haven't been on here for a while, bro. I've been discouraged in the spirit. I've been going through hell, I ain't gonna lie. I've been going to hell to get the keys like Hamashiach did for us, for my family, you know. As y'all can see, you know, there's one, there's two, and there's two more back there if you can't see. We got in this car recently, in the last month, I'll say, beginning of like last month. Yeah, wife put down on this car, so we got this car now. We needed more space, you know. She ended up catching a ticket from having little one up front, so it made sense to, you know, get a bigger vehicle, because the vehicle that we once had, we don't have anymore, you know. So we gotta do what we gotta do, deal with, and we gotta do what we gotta do with. Again, I haven't been on here for a while. I've been discouraged in the spirit. I'm not gonna say, you know, witchcraft. I ain't gonna say this and that. You know, it is performed against me. I know it is. The Most High Ben gave me confirmation, you know, black magic and, you know, other voodoos or different things, you know, but no weapon formed against us shall prosper, family. The thing is, when these things hit you, it may put a little drowsiness on you, may give you a little feeling of things that you don't want to do, this and that. And then you got life already with its own cares, with its own problems, you know, and things that you already got to figure out and, you know, solve, and you got to do, and the things that you already got to deal with throughout your own traumas and your own duality and this lifetime, and the things that you've dealt with through your own personal experiences, dealing with family, friends, your loved one, etc., you know, co-workers. It takes a lot out of you when you are an energy giver, man. And I ain't talking about this currency, you know. We understand electrical, it needs a current, right? You need a current, you know. Money, it flows through current, right? Okay, water, it flows in the current. That's why they call it liquidity. You know, they liquidate funds and all these things. We understand all of this. We got technology, bro. He told you in the last days, man, knowledge shall increase. I'm not finna sit here like I read books and found out, you know, money is water and all that. No, bro, we watch videos. You see TikToks, you know. Not that I haven't been seeing this from years ago, like since 19 and since the start of my walking journey and stuff like that. What I'm saying is, bro, we learn things from other places, bro, and we add it on to our own learning. We add it on to our own personal experiences in life. So with that being said, with you being the energy giver, you have a lot that's drained from you, man. Whether that be given to your wife, whether that be given to your kids, your mother, brother, sister, etc. And you don't have to give anything physically for you to be giving. You could be giving your time, your love, your heart, you know, your hard working energy. Like I said, you know, you hitting something over and over with a sledgehammer. That's your energy, you know, that's your time. Not saying that you're doing it because you love it, but at the end of the day, we do certain things because we love certain people, you know. So just keep that in mind, bro. You know, you are an electrical being. You have electricity flowing all throughout your body, your electromagnetic field, your aura, right? And that's why we got to keep it clean. That's why we got to keep, you know what I'm saying, our auras hot and shit like that, because at the end of the day, we're going to have constant negativity around us. We're going to have, whether it's our loved one, whether it's our loved ones, it's going to constantly be around us, bro. And we're going to have to check ourselves. We're going to have to keep ourselves in line. We're going to have to stay focused on the mission that is at hand. We're going to have to stay focused on our goals in life. Keep a clear mind, a clear conscience, you know. Even though we may not operate in the way that we want to, even though we might not operate to our full ability, we are still operating. We are still getting up. We are still doing what we need to do. We are still keeping one foot in front of the other. You know, we might not be going as hard as we could or we once have, you know, but I'm here to encourage you today to go back in. Don't stop. I'm not stopping. Every day I got to get up and do something, whether it's, cutting if I have something to cut, or I'm going to get up and I'm going to DoorDash. You feel me? If I don't have work on the outside, as in working for the plantation, then I'm going to be here working, doing DoorDash, doing some shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep motion flowing at the end of the day. I would never lose my self-value. I would never lose myself and say that I'm not enough, or I don't have, or I'm not a man, or I'm not a provider, I'm not a protector, I'm not what the Lord called me to be, because I'm not producing what this society wants me to produce for its matrix. I'm not here to bend over backwards and, if you will, none of that, to man please or people please, and it's just standing on your 10 toes, bro, standing on your square, bro. You know what I'm saying? And keeping faith in who you believe in, what you believe in, and not allowing that shit to bother you. None of this shit to bother you. You feel me? None of the things that you see, even when you see witchcraft being put on you, yeah, I know. You block it out too. I block that shit out too. He just tried to throw his sign at me, then I cancel that shit. Then he go throw his hand up. No. Bro, I ain't sending shit back to you. I'ma cancel your shit, stupid. I'm that studied and I'm that learned. Y'all don't get it. You got people all out here doing witchcraft against you. You got people all out here, all around you. They appointed to follow you. They all that type stuff. But we ain't going in that today. I'm here to motivate you and tell you to keep going. I'm on my way to go pick up my trailer in the other vehicle right now to tow the trailer, and we're gonna knock out these 4 yards that I have for today, man. And we gonna stay joyful. We gonna stay I wouldn't say blissful, because bliss is ignorance. I'm not ignorant, I'm not ignorant to the devices and tactics that Satan used, or none of those things, but I want to say keep a clear mind, keeping a pure heart, not hardening it like Pharaoh, because all these trials and tribulations and all that we go through, all that we go through, and all that we see people do, and the things that we see people choose over us, and it's disheartening. It makes you want to give up at times. Some days, not a lot of days, not some days, a lot of days. Like I said, I haven't been on here in a while, bro. A lot of those days I haven't been on here, bro, I've been in the bed, not even getting out of it, bro. Like, yeah, bro, people have no idea what it's like to be a chosen one, bro, out of your family, bro. People have no idea what it is like to be the one out of your family that is breaking generational curses, bro. I don't mean to get emotional with that shit, bro. They don't understand what that shit is like. Bro, I've been in the mental facility damn near almost 3-4 times, bro. And it continues to come, and it continues to happen. They continue putting witchcraft on me. They continue trying to sneak shit into my food at places before I even get there. Bro, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no fucking idea. There's always a fucking fire truck waiting on you, just trying to fuck up your frequencies with theirs. There's always that fucking police sitting there, waiting for you, watching you. Listen, bro. Y'all don't get it. I don't expect y'all to get it. Those of y'all that's not chosen. This is for my chosen ones. This is for the ones that go through it. This is for the ones that feel what I feel, that see what I see, that hear what I hear. The ones that's outcasted throughout these corporations. The ones that are, the ones that have to create their own businesses. The ones that have to, do things on their own because their spirit won't allow them to cooperate with being slaved or talked to like a dog or treated or mishandled, and like, because we won't bow down. We got to deal with a lot more, We won't just join the program that they got everybody else under. We won't join the broadcasting. We won't join that program and spell that's on TV for everybody. And that shit hurt, bro, when you gotta pull up to the ones that could save you. When you gotta pull up to the ones that could help you out and there's no help. It hurts when you the one that's constantly pouring, but nobody's pouring into you. It hurts when you the one inspiring and the one with the ambition, and you continue after getting knocked down time and time again. Struggle after struggle, problem after problem. Whether that be your health, whether that be your material breaking down, whether that be losing a job, whether it be, you know, whatever it is that you have to go through to get to your next step, whatever it is that you have to go through to be the person that you are becoming and get to your highest self and leave wealth, and whether that be spiritual or physical, for your generations to come. You know, it's hard. It is very hard. I will not lie and say that it's not, you know, to not fold, you know, and to not give up and to fall victim to this matrix and become a statistic and just do what these fallen ones want you to do. I refuse. I refuse to give in. I refuse to give up. No matter if my wife doubts me, no matter, not saying that she does, but, you know, our relationship hasn't been, you know, all that it could be, you know, and I'm not one to lie or, you know, to broadcast information out on, you know, line or something like that. But, you know, let's just be real, bro. It is what it is at the end of the day. And I wouldn't be a man if I didn't say I didn't know where I went wrong at, you know, and where I go wrong at times, you know. But that's for me and my household. At the end of the day, I'm a biblical man, and I know what to do to straighten it out. I know what to do to follow my Father's commands and be the man that He created me to be. And it's just, man, y'all don't get it. Like, when you literally have like nobody in your corner, and not to say that my wife is not in my corner, she is. She absolutely is in my corner. She does what I tell her to do. She's submissive, etc. You know, at the end of the day, like, okay, this is a brother that I listen to. His name is Tazaroth, and he says in his song, Proverbs 31, you are not, but your spirit a princess in molding. She's absolutely a princess in molding. She absolutely is a Proverbs 31 in molding. She has hella attributes of a Proverbs 31. She's not all the way there yet. She's not all the way to the woman that I need her to be, the same way that I'm not the man that the Father needs me to be. And that's what I mean as far as straightening out my household or etc. About where I go wrong or where she go wrong. Because I'm not perfect. She's not perfect at the end of the day. I'm 29, she's 27, and I got a lot of straightening to do as far as walking according to the scriptures and being the man that He commanded me to be. So she has to do the same, you know. And that's what it's going to take to continue to thrive, and that's what it's going to take to continue to be together and to stick together and to continue to love each other through thick and thin, and to continue to, you know, be here for the family and the generations there is to come, bro. And not only stick around just for them, but actually stay in love with each other, bro, and have a union the way that the Most High called for our union to be, you know. So don't let Satan and this godless and this marriageless world you know, get over on you, bro. Don't let it confuse your senses. Don't let it play with your emotions, you know. The unmarried are not winning, you know. The people that won't get up and do for themselves, they are not winning, you know. The people that don't have a mindset like you have to break these generational curses, to do the things that it is that you need to do to make sure that master don't got the whip on your sons and your daughters and ain't got it on your grandchildren's back. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you need to do. Continue going. Continue crying it out if you need to. Continue sitting alone at them parks when everybody else is at work and you know everybody is at school and you just here alone. Continue, man. Because I'm one of you. I'm one of you. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep going. The kingdom is already ours. The kingdom is already won. The war has already been won. We just got to fight it, y'all. And with that being said, I ain't going to talk you out of death. I'm on my way, like I said, and I might pick up later in a little bit, you know, to record some work, you know, for a short or something. But again, stay encouraged, family. Keep the Most High first. Do what he tell you to do. Stay obedient. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And most of all, everything that you do, keep love involved. Do it for the love of the Father, not for the love of no one else. Love y'all, family. Shalom.